So Ntsebeng is a mother, first and foremost, a daughter, and a sister. I've got three brothers. I'd say that I am a resolute and dependable person. I'm candid, but I'm sensitive at the same time. And I value family like the most in my life. So I'm a microbiologist by profession. I actually studied biotechnology, ended up in microbiology. So like daily, it would be literally the testing of samples and processing of samples to, clear them out, like to find out if ever they are safe to eat or safe to consume for our clients. And I think of what I do, as like being a detective, because I'm out here trying to see if everything that we eat and everything that is going out there is safe for consumption, if there's no, pathogen or something hiding in there. So yeah, that's what I do. And I get to actually see the direct effects of, the direct results of all my efforts. But in microbiology, like I've always had a heart for biology and formulation sciences. I've always thought that it's fascinating how we haven't even tapped into 5% of the world's flora and biologic genome. And we haven't done all of that. But I think I just enjoyed the mystery associated with any new experiment. And I've found it also fascinating how microorganisms have impacted entire civilizations throughout history. But at the same time, they have also given us or inspired us to create modern medical medicine. For instance, things like penicillin. It's a fungi, but people use it now as an antibiotic. I do enjoy the detective work associated with it. It's as if you're probing and auditing each sample to find out if it's safe for human consumption. What I love most about my job is the environment. The people that I work with on a daily basis, the kind of support that you get from your colleagues. Sometimes you don't even feel like you've got colleagues. It's like you've got siblings at work. And just the support that we get even from our management, it makes working easy. Yes, you tend to do the same thing over and over again, but because of the people that you're surrounded with, every day becomes, an adventure at work. Integrity, perseverance, and like open-mindedness. Integrity, because in our line of work, you need to always be doing the right thing. Like whether you're alone, whether people know it or not, you have a responsibility to do what is right, because you know that if you don't, if you falter somewhere, or if you manipulate the truth in any way, the impact of that or the result of that could be fatal. So that's where the integrity part comes in. And you also have to know where and how to call the next person out should they not be in alignment with the integrity part of the work. And gratitude, because you need to be thankful for firstly each and every day that you're alive. You need to be thankful for the people that you're working with. And I found that when you are grateful for people, or when you show people that you appreciate them, especially in the work environment, it makes them feel more important, first of all, and it makes them feel seen as well. And we all know that when you're working and you don't feel like you're seen, you don't feel appreciated, how can I put it? Like the way you work, it can decline, it can go from a scale of 10 to 1, depending on how you're appreciated as well at work. And perseverance, because sometimes things don't go well at work. Sometimes samples can be late, or media is not ready. Like there are a lot of things that could go wrong in the lab, but to persevere through that, irregardless of whether there's rain or sunshine, there's load shedding or not, we have an ultimate goal, and we need to persevere through all those adversities, and we have to be determined to deliver quality results no matter what. And then with the open-mindedness, I work with, it's a diverse working space. So I work with people from all ages, and I also work with younger ones. And if you're not open-minded, you will constantly clash with the younger ones or the older ones. So open-mindedness allows me to become more knowledgeable and well-rounded, and it gives me the ability to accept and understand new ideas as well. So I came across MiChem and VGL through a LinkedIn post. There was a post on LinkedIn, and I also knew like one of the ladies who worked at a different, who worked somewhere else, but under MiChem. And I researched the company, and I came across a very astounding, like it was a very nice video about the company values, VGL that is, and what they want to do and how they would like to impact the world differently. And something hit me there, because you read or you hear about company values everywhere, but with this particular company, VGL to be specific, there was something different about it. Like there was just something different about like their values and the way that they were explaining their values and what they want to implement and what it means for them, and how much they really do care for humanity, how much they really do care for equality. And that just made me want to be a part of the team. But I was so worried that I might not even be a good fit, because everything that they said in that video, I felt it. I saw the struggles that they were talking about. I've experienced some of them, and I just wanted to be part of that change. It's a bit scary, but exciting at the same time. So it's scary because this vision is so big, and what they want, or what we want to change and what we want to see happening, it is above us. It's not just about VGL. Like it is above us. Like there are so many other people that are going to be touched and impacted by the work that we do. And it's exciting because I'm happy to be a part of the change. It's exciting because I have people right here who are holding my hand every step of the way. And it's exciting also because I know that I cannot do wrong while everybody else is watching, because I will be called to order. Like nobody's gonna, cotton candy me around, or no, I'm gonna be called to order. I know that there are people here who can hold me accountable to my actions. And I know that I'm also responsible to hold myself accountable and the rest of my team accountable for their actions. And we are forever reminding each other of this goal, of this purpose, of this dream. I would advise them to never give up on themselves. Like, if there's anything that you should never do, is give up on yourself. No matter how hard it may be, no matter how difficult a situation may be. But if you have dreams and you know that this is where you need to be, don't give up on yourself. Keep pushing, keep persevering, and keep trying. And I say this because, I mean, I've worked somewhere else and it wasn't necessarily where I wanted it to be. And I sat years without finding any in-service training myself. And later, only when I was 30 did I get in-service training. And I had this huge debt, school debt that I still need to pay. So when I came across VGL, I found that the world is not as bad as it seemed. Like, it's just the way I choose to think about my situation that made it worse. And even though I was also at the brink of giving up, I saw that there is a solution to everything. So I would like to implore you never to give up on yourself. I would like to implore you to hold on to those dreams very tightly, because we each have a responsibility on this earth to leave a mark. Whether it's going to be a good or bad mark, that is up to you. But if you don't chase your dreams and if you don't hold on to them, no one else is going to do it for you. Sometimes you will not get motivation. The only motivation will be that picture of the dream that you have. So that would be my advice to you. Yes, I do think that it's imperative to know your team. It's very imperative to know the kind of people that work with you to make your the company or the establishment a success. Because sometimes as a leader, it's easy for you to just employ people to say, this is going to be, you're going to be working here as this and that, but without necessarily understanding how that person perceives themselves, how that person perceives that work environment. And sometimes there's a clash between how you as a leader sees the work environment and how the person that you've employed sees it. And also, there's always a gap where people feel like they cannot necessarily come towards their leaders and, confess wherever they've been weak or wherever they've been lacking, because that might not be accepted well. So I would like to encourage leaders out there to be, more in tune with the people that work for you, especially with the youth. Yes, they do have different ideas. Yes, sometimes it sounds crazy, but if you're open-minded and listen, there's somewhere where they're heading, and they are the future. Yes, the older generation has that blueprint that works, but who's to say that something different might not work just as well? Who's to say that someone younger might not be just as wise, So with me, I don't even have to complain, because I think I've got the best leaders. They challenge me to push and learn more about myself, because they understand that if you fix what's in here, or work on fixing what's in there, you become a happier person to be around. You become a much more positive person. You have a positive outlook on life, and that spreads to each and every person that you work with. So I would advise leaders out there to, push forward, or push the people that work with you to just learn how to find themselves, or give them guidance where they lack, because personal development is important. And a lot of young people work so hard on impressing the bosses and the leaders that they forget about themselves. But if you're that boss that reminds a person that, hey, but what about you? And how are you? Like, how can I help you? How can I help you be a success here? Like, I do think that that would go a long way, and people would be so much happy at work because they feel seen, they feel recognized, and they feel like they are a part of the team as opposed to just a vessel. So that would be my advice to leaders. I saw a quote that said, words of kindness don't cost much, but they go so far and they do so much. Because, you know, not everybody comes from kindness. So even you look nice today, like something that small can do so much for a person. And even if it's a small thing such as, you know, maybe someone reached their first target, just to say, you know what, well done on that. Like, that is so great. And how are you doing? How can we help you achieve more? Like, small things like that, even like a small pat on the back, just to say, I see you. And you've been coming to work early. Like, wow. You've been putting the extra hours. Wow. Like, just to be recognized, it does a lot. It does a lot for someone. Like, respect goes a long way. Like, there isn't any bridge to, you know, a good or healthy working relationship other than respect. Because even though, you know, different personalities will not always get along, but where there's mutual respect, there is cause for a healthy or a positive or a calm or peaceful working environment. Because with respect, even if a person might not open up now, but there's respect and there's kindness, that person is bound to somehow loosen up a bit and feel like, I can breathe. It's okay, I can breathe. I can let my guard down a bit, you know. So for both young and old, because sometimes I know with the younger generation, it's a more, I have my rights, you know. I don't have to do that. But whether you're young, old, you know, whether you're female, male, or what gender you choose to identify yourself as, where you come from, or what your religion is, your spirituality, respect is key. Like, if you respect yourself, it will be so much more easier to respect the next person. What's exciting is that I am a part of this dynamite. I say dynamite because it's small and it's still growing, but it's going to explode and it's going to be beautifully catastrophic. Like, everything that has been planned here and everything, like the vision and the fact that everyone that is working here and who's a part of this team is alignment with the vision, both in their personal life and at work. I think that's what excites me the most, that we are going bigger and there's just no stopping this train. Like, the brakes are off. We're going places. And the fact that we learn so much, not just about the work, because yes, the work has to be there. The numbers have to be there. Sales has to be, everything has to go on, but more on a personal scale, you learn so much here at work. You learn so much about different personalities. You learn what triggers different people. And all because this workspace was created, like our leaders created that environment for us to say, hey, it's okay to be human. It's very okay to be human. And because of that, each and every day we come to work, it is harmonious. Each and every day that we come to work, even though we might butt heads here and there, after that, there's room for growth because we get to sit down and be like, hey, but I didn't like that. And that is allowed. Like, I didn't like that. And, you know, we take a different approach to different things. And it makes me so happy because I feel safe. I feel safe at work. And that makes me realize that VGL was not playing when they said that they came to change lives. They didn't play. They weren't playing. It wasn't a lie when they said that, you know what, they want to fight inequality, because I'm experiencing it at work. My life has changed so much in the past year. So I know that I am a part of the right team. And that's what excites me the most.